Hello, welcome. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It's good to have you join us to talk sports. I'm Austin Okonakpan. On the show tonight, we'll give you updates from the ITTF Nigeria Open. Yes, some action has commenced right here in Lagos, but the big boys will be busy tomorrow playing some table tennis. Also on the show, we will continue to take a look at athletics in Nigeria. Yes, because we just concluded the African Athletics Championships as Sabah hosted, and a lot of talking points have been coming out of athletics in Nigeria. So today we will give you updates and information that you can use in football. It's all about the four cornets. Nigeria's under-20 women's national team. They're right there in France taking part in the FIFA under-20 Women's World Cup. We said it that, look, because it's Haiti doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. But Rashidat's goal in first half from the penalty spot was enough to give Nigeria a 1-0 win over Haiti. It was a difficult match, I must tell you. So it's good at 3 points in the bag. So in their last match against China, they must avoid defeat. A draw is good enough to take Nigeria to the next round. Does this remind you of anything that happened in Russia with the Super Eagles? The Falconers, they need just a draw or a win against China to advance to the quarterfinals of the ongoing FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. Can Christopher Danjuma and his team do it? Because the Chinese, they lost to Germany today by 2-0. So it's looking all difficult now for both Nigeria and China. So wait to see next week, Monday. Football will give us an answer. We'll try to link up with Harry Awurobnibe. Harry loves women, is a big advocate of women's football. He's standing by in our Abuja studio. We'll get some more as regards the World Cup. And of course, try to establish connection with a Super Falcons player. I won't let her out of the bag yet. But she will also be talking to us as regards the Falconers, their chances of qualifying to the next round at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. It's transfer deadline day, and so a lot of clubs are making those last-minute signings. Players are moving from one club to another, busy, because tomorrow the English Premier League new season will commence. Manchester United will take on Leicester City. So you see now, so fans are looking at what new player is coming to our club. Who is this manager signing? Because it's the players that we do the business. So we'll also give attention to transfer deadline day and let you know some of those players that are moving. But you know the story. Thibaut Courtois has left Chelsea. He stayed at Chelsea for 7 years. He's now a Real Madrid player. And he said that it was a dream come true for him. Well, when you sign for Real Madrid, of course, it must be a dream come true. So we'll give you all of those updates. It's going to be money. The business part of football, the silly season gives us all of those talking points. Sports Tonight on Channels TV. Let me bring you into the discussion. What are you talking about? Are you also following everything going on with football in Nigeria? Are you part of those followers of the league that are saying, when will the league return? Because we don't understand what's going on anymore. I want you to be part of the program. Have you been following all our updates as regards athletics in Nigeria, also in Africa? Talk to us on Twitter, Channels_sports, Facebook, Channels IFE Sports. Send us an email, sportstonight@channelstv.com. Also, all our top stories can be viewed on our website, channelstv.com, and on YouTube for us, Channels Web. If you log on to m.channelstv.com, you should be able to download the Channels TV app for any of those devices that you see right there. That's the only way I can read from you, you know. Get to know your opinions. You can ask us questions, send us, suggestions as regards sports development in Nigeria. You guys started that discussion last night with Iniobong and Joseph Mukuzi. We were asking that, look, what happened? Look for athletes from the 80s, the 90s. They say it was so good. Yes, it was good for sports in Nigeria. Speak to a boxer in the 90s, say it was good. Speak to a table tennis player from the 80s and 90s, it was good. So what's happening now? Why is it no longer good? Why are we hearing of all of the issues? So we will continue to profile solutions because enough of the problems. Come on. That's why I want you to continue that conversation where we stopped yesterday as regards sports development in Nigeria. Use whatever hashtag you want to use. Let's just make sure that it gets us talking about sports development in Nigeria. Let's welcome Ifeanyi Negide. It's been quite some time, but Ifeanyi joins us in the studio. Ifeanyi, good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Yeah, good to be on show.
Okay, we'll begin right here in Lagos, where I told you we're seeing some action already. The ongoing ITTF Nigeria Open. Didn't go the way of that Esther Oribamishe would have wanted. But no love lost, because she would just go and compete in the under 21 right there. So some of the games played today, qualifying rounds. It's good to know that this competition is getting better and better. This is the 5th edition and a good platform to develop table tennis in Nigeria.
Yeah, definitely. You know, when it comes to table tennis, you have to start from the grassroots. You know, this is what we all talk about. You know, when you see what's happening right there, you see that the whole organization is perfect. Everything is going very, very, very well.
Yeah.
And I think, despite the fact that we know tennis, how it's going, and we know the big boys, we will see them definitely tomorrow. But I think it's a good start, and I think we can move from here. You know?
So it's all about the qualifying round. Some Nigerian players were also busy today, but the top seeds are the competition. They will get busy tomorrow. Aaron Quadri is already in town. And I have persons that say yes. When Quadri comes to town, then the competition has actually started. So Quadri is in town. Segun Toriola, with all of his experience, is also around to support the Nigerian players. Some top names that we have players from Finland, we have players from Russia, we have the Egyptians, of course. They will be here. Omar Asa, big rival to Aaron Quadri. So by tomorrow, we'll see a lot of table tennis action, and then we'll come right here to give you all of the talking points. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Let's continue our look at the development of athletics in Nigeria and Africa. But before we get into it, did you follow the athletics championships in Asaba?
Yeah, I did.
So what's your take?
Yeah, well, I take it initially we had all the issues that came up, where the athletes were stranded. Getting down to the Asaba was a problem and everything, but there it picked up, and we saw the tournament went on fine. We saw some good performances from our Nigerian athletes, but still, you still see that there's some lapses along the way. But it was a good one from Asaba. It was actually a good one, but still, just like we said earlier, or you said earlier on, that there's still so many issues going on that these are not meant to come up at this stage. We've been there. We've been to so many countries. We've seen how it is over there. Now coming back, we're expecting that we should be able to give the best, because in athletics in Africa, Nigeria is always there. We are always there. We've always brought out one of the best, But still, we still have these issues coming up which are not meant to. I think that's where we now come back to now sit and say, okay, what happened? The Athletics Federation, what happened this time around? Because they have a lot of questions to answer, because the organization went well, but still there were so many lapses along the way.
And that's why we need to do this sort of events often, so that we get to know ways to correct the mistakes. Look at him right there. Kani Simbine won the men's 100 meters event, and he has said that he's looking forward to the bigger one, which is the World Athletics Championships that will take place in Qatar, Doha, in 2019. Simbine says he has moved on from his gold medal in Asaba to work on picking the gold medal at the biggest world athletics event. So he has done it at the Commonwealth Games. He did it in Nigeria. He's looking forward to Doha next year. Let's listen to Akani Simbine. I'll be right back.
It's really great for me to come out there and just show my dominance in the sprinting world. I'm really happy to come out there and get the gold medal and just, perform in front of a packed stadium. I think it's a real high possibility. We have great performers, great athletes that are motivated and wanting to perform. For us, it's not just as a stepping stone to next year's World Championships, and we want to show the world that we are a good nation and a good nation in the athletics world. So for us, it's really one of our goals, and we are focused on achieving that.
Okay, so that's what it means for Akani Simbine. Asaba is over, so it's on to the next now, and that's the mentality. That's what we're saying. Athletes shouldn't start dwelling on the issues because that's the only way to win. Let's take, for instance, Tobilola Amuson. She should be looking for to the next event. That's why psychologically they must be fine.
Yeah, they must be fine, and they have to prepare towards the championships because you just saw what Akani said right there, and I know he's speaking with confidence.
Yeah.
Next up for him is Doha, and he's going to start preparation from now, not going back to South Africa and start discussing issues on how to settle issues on ground or there, but he's already thinking ahead, and I think that's what our athletes should be doing. But still, this motivation is not there, Austin. Yeah. We are still having these issues coming up, and these athletes, they are giving their best. They are giving their best, but still, it's still not enough. It's still not enough. You know, these things should be settled. We are tired of hearing these issues coming up. We are tired times and times, and I think it's high time that we have to sit back. You know, it's becoming a daily event, and I think we have to move from this.
But we
have to start preparations ahead of the World Championships right now because it's been a while. We saw our teams go out there to win medals. You know, in the Olympics and the World Championship. I mean, it's been a while. Athletics has not been what it was before. That's not been what it was before. Yeah.
That's the story for athletics. So somebody came to Nigeria and he said, look, it's already done. I'm not talking about Nigeria again. I've moved forward. That's Akani Simbine of South Africa saying, look, it's Doha next. So we start conditioning for Doha. It's gold medal in the bag from Asaba, gold medal in the bag from the Commonwealth Games. That's how we should also be talking right here. Let's go back. Let me give you updates from the table tennis championships. Is the Nigeria Open. I was waiting to get those results. I have them now, so I will just revisit it to let you know that action has commenced right there at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. Nigeria's Taiwo Eletu, he lost 4 games to nothing to Alan Anachelum from Mauritius in the men's singles preliminaries. Is a qualifying round. So lessons to be learned in that one. 2 Nigerian players squared up against each other in match 15 of the men's singles. Oluyomi Salako and Ayodele Idowu. Salako defeated his compatriot Ayodele Idowu 4 games to nothing. That's 4-0 to progress to the next stage of the Nigeria Open. Nigeria's Esther Oribamishe, she has qualified for the Youth Olympic Games. Good one for the future. I like the fact that she's busy. She lost her second match to China's Xu Wang. Xu Wang won by 4 games to nothing, 11-6, 11-6, 11-5, and 12-10. So good one for Esther. Yes, she lost, but good experience in the bag. Let's go on this quick break. When we come back, it's all about the 4 connects at the FIFA Under 20 World Cup. We'll talk about it, so don't go anywhere. Stay.